So, one of the gentlemen here who's, why do I call him a helper? Do I call him an addict? He calls himself a user, but he also, well, he stopped to help me out tonight. He checked my fuel filter, and it's clean. So, we're checking my fuses. We'll check the rest of them tomorrow. As far as that one is, feller, I ain't seen him tonight. I heard people yelling. Whether or not one of them was him, I don't know. My phone died just in time for me to not be able to talk to somebody I needed to talk to. And of course, the way it looks, with people coming up to my vehicle and talking to me, looks like I'm doing some sort of shady drug dealer, which of course ain't never gonna be the case. I am fucking freezing. I'd like to make some calls, but of course not getting anything on my phone until 1 o'clock in the morning kind of sucks. On the bright side, at least somebody stopped and helped, and he used up quite a bit of gas. He also was told by the sheriff that he'd have all of his stuff destroyed and he'd be going to jail if he didn't get all of his stuff moved tonight. Of course, he's able to manage it to get that stuff moved himself, I guess, because he's got the Yukon. Maybe can help me. Has her own life and her own issues, and that's not saying anything bad on her. I don't know anybody who's perfectly healthy. I know a lot of people who had every advantage in life, and I know a lot of people who had only a few advantages in life. And, well, most of us don't get any. There seems to be an awful lot of folks who think that because of the color of my skin that I get all of these fucking perks. No, I don't. Just like anybody else, I'm easy to walk over if nobody gives a shit. It's easy for me to get taken advantage of because nobody gives a shit. When they do give a shit, is it about the right things? Is it about what's important? Is it about human life? I'll yell that I think people deserve equality. Yeah, I'll yell that stuff. I don't mind. I think it sucks. But if it's what I gotta do, it's what I gotta do. So although it looks like, well, however the hell it looks, I'm still a human being. I'm glad somebody stopped. There was a guy yesterday who I let use my jumper cables, and he said he'd swing by tomorrow too, because I let him use my jumper cables yesterday. He didn't have any. Shit. Well, that's the full extent of charging up my phone. I got up to 4% battery on the one that I need for making phone calls. It'll be dead by the morning, but I guess it'll work if I have to call 911. Anyway, the gentleman had some issues with getting this plugged in, and he's kind of on his own time, so I did my best to assist the situation the best I could given my abilities. Anyway, hopefully I didn't go inside the building too many times today and bug people. I was having a panic attack all day long. Panic attacks aren't the bad part. The part is, what are those from? Do I have panic attacks for no reason? No, I don't. There's a few people who pulled up next to my vehicle today and had some snide comments because I was making funny noises they didn't like. Of course, I can't be calling them names back, can I? That would be wrong. It's okay for people to threaten to kill me and my friends and family, isn't it? But it's not okay for me to do it back. That would be wrong. I've had almost a dozen people in this town alone talk to me about how, well, like one of the ladies today I spoke with, I told her I was called mentally ill, that I was trying to get help stopping abuse, and they wouldn't stop asking me if I wanted to hurt myself or others. She said, "That's a trick question." I said, "Yeah, I know. Nobody else seems to think so, unless they've been through it." A lot of these people have varying fucked up experiences. Some of them have, well, lives that let them know exactly how mortal they are. Some of us have just seen too many goddamn bodies. Anyway, so there's a possibility of two different gentlemen coming back tomorrow to help. Darren checked all the fuses under the hood. We got to check some under the dash now. We'll do that tomorrow when it's light. Unfortunately, I don't have the benefit of using alternate substances to stay conscious. What that really means is that I'm not on drugs. Not that the drugs that keep you awake would work on me anyway. Well, I may need this in case of emergencies. Darren was able to charge my phone up to like 83%, so I'm probably at 70% already. It seems to go through it quick when it's cold out. Thank goodness for that. Uh, uh, uh. There's a lady who hopefully will be able to help. There's also a gentleman who might have charged one or two of my external batteries, and he's trying to help. But one of the important things is people's safety. I had to deal with a lot of dumbasses right after Natalie disappeared. I wanted to get on YouTube groups and Facebook groups and fucking argue with people without finding out what the hell was going on. And then they wanted to say, hey, Sean, I defended you. Did you really? I stuck up for you. Really, did you? Or did you argue with people on Facebook? It's not the same thing. There's a lady who wasn't able to make it to listen on about 4 occasions. None of those situations are her fault. None of those situations are my fault either. Anyway, it was nice that that gentleman who I helped him with a jumper cable yesterday came by to say thank you. And it was nice of Darren to show up. And although I know what the reputation he has is to some degree, and I know it looks bad, the way it looks doesn't matter. The reality of the situation does. And realistically, he showed up. He helped how I needed. He saw a problem and he tried to fix it. We got some more stuff to look up in the morning, but I'm going to need this phone for that, so I got to shut it off. I hope the cops leave me alone. But it seems to me whenever I got somebody that'll help me, the cops do everything they can to make it impossible. One of the ladies, I'd like to be able to send her evidence for her to see, but I don't have an email address for her. The only one that she has is attached to her work. Anyway, knowing other people's health issues does help to make decisions. Well, I spilled a whole bunch of coffee on this blanket, apparently. On the bright side, at least it smells good. Let's hope good things happen tonight. Sometimes, what happened?